4 tuned German cars, and we're going to see which is the quickest over the standing quarter mile. Now, I think these cars are a great way to get loads of power for a reasonable amount of money, and to help me see how quick they are, I've got a guest driver, and it's Ben Collins, formerly the Stig from Top Gear. Hi Ben, how you doing, mate?
I'm ready to rock.
Ready to rock in a car you've never driven before.
I feel like I'm in a time warp. You're in what used to be the commuter car, and I'm in a sort of, I don't know, yuppie hot hatch.
Thing is though, that car is very quick. 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine, normally with 320 horsepower, 420 newton meters of torque, but that one's been tuned. It is the most tuned car here. So the owner has fitted a standalone ECU, it's got a hybrid turbo on it, it's got an intercooler on it, it's got a full exhaust system, loads of stuff done to it, £7,000 worth of modifications. And as a result, it's got 530 horsepower, and get this, 630 newton meters of torque. I've actually put you in the most modded and most powerful car.
I appreciate that. It's also the most expensive Golf I've ever sat in, 50 grand.
No, that's right. It's like 43 for the standard car, then it's got 7 grand's worth of mods on it. It's lighter than my car though. Yours weighs in at just under 1.6 tons. It's the lightest and it's got the most power. It's got the best driver in it, supposedly. So you have no excuses. Though being a racing driver, you've probably actually got a bunch of excuses, haven't you?
No excuses. Lightness is my power, and I think this could come out on top.
All right, I'm going to tell you and everyone else about all the other cars. So this one that I'm sat in now, it's got 3-litre straight 6 turbocharged engine, normally puts out 374 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque, but it's had an intake system, a downpipe, new exhaust. As a result, it has 460 horsepower. That's claimed. It's never been on the dyno, this car. The others have, so we're not sure about the horsepower. Also torque, that's supposed to be 650 newton meters of torque. Once again, don't know, hasn't been on the dyno. We're going to find out. It drives all 4 wheels via an 8-speed automatic gearbox with a torque converter, whereas all the other cars have dual clutch automatics, which are a little bit snappier. This car weighs in at over 1.6 tons, and the starting price of the M240i is only £48,000, but this one's had £5,000 worth of mods fitted to it. Next we come to the Audi RS3. So that has a 2.5 litre single turbocharged petrol engine, mated to a 7-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox, once again driving all 4 wheels. As standard, the car puts out 400 horsepower and 500 newton meters, but that one, thanks to the fact it's got a meth injection kit and special intake, it's got a standalone ECU, that puts out 503 horsepower and 630 newton meters of torque. It weighs in at under 1.6 tons, and as standard the car costs £55,000, but it's had £4,000 worth of modifications on it. Now we come to the car with the least mods done to it, and that's the Mercedes AMG A45S. That's got a 2-litre turbocharged petrol engine, normally puts out 420 horsepower and 500 newton meters of torque. All that has had is an ECU remap for £1,000. As a result, it's still got 503 horsepower and 610 newton meters of torque. It's got an 8-speed dual clutch automatic gearbox driving all 4 wheels and launch control. It's the cheapest in terms of mods, but it's still the most expensive car here because the Mercedes starts from £62,000. Add on that £1,000 ECU tune and it's £63,000. It's also heavy, over 1.6 tons, like this BMW. In terms of power, they're all sort of matched. This may be down a bit. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen, isn't it? Now, if you want to compare the stats of these cars side by side, we're just going to show you them again just so you can see what they are. We're also going to just put the tags of all the owners who have kindly lent us these cars. We've also put a link to their Instagram accounts, their YouTube channels in the description. Please go to their channels and go, thanks for lending Car Wow a car, because it helps us get more cars like this for videos for you. Let's get on with the race. Now before we race, let's do the customary Car Wow sound check. So I'm going to start off by revving up my car. Here we go. Have a listen to this. Yeah. All right, Ben, what do you think of the sound of my 6-cylinder?
It sounds impressive and louder than what I'm producing out of my exhaust, but that might change in a minute when I drop the hammer.
Give it some revs. Let's have a listen though, because that's got a full system on it.
Oh. Well, that's got some more pepper than I expected once you get it up near the rev limiter.
Did that again? That sounded epic.
Yeah, that's great. That's exactly what you need to just put people off at the lights.
Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to psych someone out with the loudness of your exhaust?
I'm very happy with that now. And the boys over the end there, they don't look so happy anymore.
Yeah, I think the person in the RS3 isn't going to be so happy because his exhaust is standard. Go on, rev at the Audi. Let's have a listen to it. I'm not really feeling that, you know. 5 cylinders sound great, but at a standstill on a stock exhaust, Audis are a bit muted. Right, finally then, let's have a listen to the A45S. Do you know what, for a standard system, that sounds fine. It sounds better than the Audi, doesn't it?
It did sound a bit better than the Audi. I mean, you're further away as well, but I mean, the downside to it is you're drawing attention to yourself in a purple car.
Yeah, because you're a man who used to like to keep his face covered at all times by a white crash helmet, didn't you?
I'm a very shy person.
If you like these kind of videos and you haven't done so already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the bell icon to turn your notifications on. That way you will not miss a single upload. Let's get on with this race. Let's do it!
3, 2, 1.
Oh, come on!
Absolutely smash them off the line.
Oh no!
This thing is quick. Golf has dropped.
That went terribly, terribly wrong.
Ben, if it was a race for who went the furthest distance, you won that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I kind of had my head in my hands at the time. That did not go well for me.
Explain more. How did it not go well?
Well, I totally screwed the start up, so I was definitely the last man to leave, and I fluffed a gear change, which in hindsight was stupid. I just went analog. I pulled the gear shift when I just had to go straight. I'm really sorry.
Do you know what? There might be a little chance here if I jump the start. We need to just go to the stewards to find out, did I jump the starts? Because I was blooming off it pretty quick.
Yes, you did.
Ben, you got away with it, mate. That one did not count. Right, let's go again.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, come on! I was still the last one away. I don't know what is going on.
Bloody hell, here he comes.
But I'm in front!
Oh my God. Well, there you go. I could see the smile on your face, Ben, as you just pulled straight through the middle of the rest of us while we were racing to just take the lead and win it.
It's called the Richter's grin of relief. Last man off the line.
Through, yet again, crap driving skills, but the car made up for it. So I'm very grateful that the course had the extra 10 meters I needed.
That car is quick, isn't it?
Yeah, when the revs are running high and you use it the way it's intended, it's extremely powerful.
Yeah, this probably does have 460 horsepower, so less horsepower than the others. That's why it lost.
1-0, we won't count the other one. You'll never see that one, just the victory.
So then what exactly happened? Well, the Volkswagen won, completing the standing quarter mile in 11.7 seconds. The Audi was second, finishing in 11.8 seconds, with the Mercedes in third place with a time of 11.9 seconds. The BMW finished last. It completed the standing quarter mile in 12.0 seconds.
All right, what we're going to do now is take the initial launch out of the equation. So we're going to roll into this quarter mile drag race in first gear at a steady pace, and as we approach the line, the starter will start us and we'll have another race over the quarter mile. You ready for this, Ben?
Yeah, ready. I mean, this should be more straightforward for me.
Yeah, I'm a little bit concerned that this is just going to be a video of me getting absolutely beaten badly, which I don't like the idea of. Anyway, let's do it. Rubbish gear change.
Crisp as you like.
Oh, here comes a bloody Golf now!
Wow, those gear changes, what?
Same story as what happened in the drag race. How was it for you? Another victory, dead easy.
I'm still duff off the line, but this gearbox, so slick. I've got to say though, that Mercedes looked dangerous.
And the thing is with that Mercedes, right, it's only had an ECU remap. Okay, now we have a rolling race, this time with the cars in their comfiest setting, like you're just tootling around, you know, as you do in a car you've tuned and spent like up to £7,000 extra on for modifications. Yeah, you're probably not going to do that. But anyway, if you were to, we're going to find out what would happen. So we're going to cruise in at 50 miles an hour, cars in auto mode for the gearbox. Are you ready, Ben?
1 second. So I'm just going to stick it out of race into comfort. So I'm on motorway mode now.
Okay, let's do it. Let's roll this one in. 3, 2, 1, go. Kick down.
Bye, 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 bye. I like eco mode in the Golf.
Come on, I'm not last at the moment. Oh, here comes the RS3. Can I beat it to the half mile? Well, Ben, you won that one for sure, but the interesting thing is what happened between this car and the RS3 at the half mile stage. Do you reckon you picked me on the line?
I think I did, Matt, you know. This thing took a long time to kick down. It sort of went into neutral, revved to the moon, dumped it into second, and then finally took off.
I know I beat the A45, but you were storming through at the end. Quickly over to the A45 though. It's interesting how that's absolutely nailed the drag races, but at higher speeds, this car is doing better because it's got the most torque.
Yeah, did you beat me? I wasn't paying full attention. Did you beat me?
I was neck and neck with the RS3. Did you beat that?
No, I didn't. Yeah, in terms of how I did, I mean, it shifted right up into 6 before we called it, and then it had to go all the way down to second, so it had a lot of work to do.
If we did the maths based on what you just said, if you were behind the RS3 and I was neck and neck with it, you can probably guess that you were behind. You came last.
Bye, Matt.
Yeah, you've had enough, haven't you? Won't hang around to be shamed. Right, let's move on. All right, now we're going to do another rolling race, once again from 50 miles an hour. Now this time the car's in their sportiest setting and we're in manual mode for the gearbox, going in 3rd gear. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, come on BMW. Oh, bugger it. I got RS3'd. Ben, what on earth happened there, mate?
That was sport mode, one below my top setting. And in sport mode, the car just didn't go.
Do you know your fatal error, Ben?
No, what is it?
You went into like the mid mode. You need to be in like the top end mode, like the race mode, like full on, as fast, as daring, as like most power as possible.
Okay, but
Mea culpa. Sorry.
I was curious. I have so many modes on this screen and I just wanted to try it.
Are you just saying that you meant to do that kind of because it was a bit of science to explore the different modes? Yeah, it was all planned.
Yeah, 100%, apart from losing, but yeah.
Okay, well, let's do the thing we were supposed to do originally. You know, I've been taking the piss out of you, Ben. I need to come clean myself. I've been busy looking down at the rev counter, like change gears. And then I noticed just that there's also a heads-up display with the rev counter with actual shift lights in the heads-up display, and I've never noticed it until now.
I love those things. It's a great touch. It's a classic BMW thing. I think, was it the V10 back in the day that was one of the first to have that heads-up display? It's just a brilliant tool.
I'm very concerned that I didn't see it. What else don't I see when I'm driving? Anyway, let's not think about that. Let's try again. Here we go then, 30 mile an hour. Everyone in their sportiest setting, right? Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
That Merc is quick!
Oh, the heads-up display, looking in the right place now. Oh, but it's not going to help me because Ben's actually doing his job properly this time.
Oh, look at the Audi go! Oh, he's getting past!
Looked like those two didn't want to stop racing. We were done. We were like 3rd and 4th for sure, weren't we?
Yeah, you picked me to the line. I think maybe the RS3 beat the Golf considering he broke first.
Well, they're so far ahead, I don't know if they can even hear us on these rubbish walkie-talkies. Ben, what happened? Did you win to the half mile, but then when he kept on going, the RS3 went past you? What happened?
I think I was in front of the halfway, but then he just started smoking me. That thing's got really, the legs on it are incredible.
But ultimately, mate, it's to the half mile.
I was just ahead of you, Matt, at the half mile, I think, and then I pulled past Ben in the Golf at 169 miles an hour.
There you go, impressive. Okay, let's move on to the final test. Now we're going to have a brake test from 100 miles an hour. We're going to see which car will stop in the shortest distance. Which car's going to win? The BMW and the Mercedes are the heaviest, the Audi and the Volkswagen the lightest. Will that be a factor? We'll find out. Now, if you'd rather watch a drag race between these cars in standard form as they come from the manufacturer, click on the pop-out banner up there or follow the link in the description below. If not, get ready for the brake test.
Parachutes out.
That is some good braking. A45, first of all, you're quite a bit ahead of the rest of the pack. What happened, mate?
I've never felt that much ABS in my life. I don't know what tyres this is on, but yeah, it just wouldn't stop.
It was close between the three of us, though, wasn't it? What do you think about that, Ben? You came second.
Tarufi's equation says that the weight shouldn't really affect your braking, so it's all about performance of the brakes and the tyres. I'm amazed it's this close, but that Audi really did seem to stop.
Yeah, it just dug in, and I saw that with you. I was dead level with you, and then there was just that little bit where you just dug in, and I just had that little bit of extra forward motion, which meant this thing finished third. Still, I've been surprised by these cars' performance. For the money spent on them, it's quite a big jump.